Hello everyone, welcome back to Diamond Painters with Mike, and we're going to be continuing on this ship but with some patching up today because I have got some more trays that have now turned up, so it means that I can do a bit of patching up. What I'd like to start off with, I think, did we get the M out? Yeah, we did. So I'm going to start off over here, just try and shimmy that along a bit. You see we've got a bit of patching up to do here, so I'm going to start off with this colour here. It's an M, and we'll patch up as much as we can. Oh, that's quite dark against that other blue. Wow, okay, I wasn't expecting that to be so dark. So we'll start to patch this up, and we will discuss the adventures to Broomfield Hospital. Yes, which was, by the way, a complete and utter waste of time. Thursday morning, I got up and had to book the day off work so that I could come along to this, and that was all okay. And I got up and had to go to meet my mum. Now, we was discussing whether it would be easier if I stayed over hers the night and then go from there, because obviously I would have to get up even earlier to meet my mum, because my train goes from Braintree, stops at Whittam, and then goes straight up to Chelmsford. So I thought it was better that I come from my area and then, you know, go up to the Broomfield Hospital by there. So I got my ticket on my phone because I do digital tickets now. I used to use the smart code card, but now everything's sort of digital these days. So I always keep it just in case, because my phone's always like playing up with battery, and you never know if your battery's going to play up. So you always get that sorted out. I don't know where I think we left off on this line here, and that was excess, weren't it? So if that's the case, then what we'll do is we'll bring in the where is it? There was an X, yeah. So we'll do this colour. This is actually a brown, not natural green like the canvas says. But so anyway, I got on the train. My mum texted me to say that she was just walking Molly, and that she would. Molly is our Cocker Spaniel, and then she'll make her way. She got taxied to the train station, and my train came in, and my mum was waiting there platform, and I said, get the one that's coming into Whittam towards like Chelmsford way, not the other one, because if she gets on the other one, she'll end up in Braintree. So so we sorted that out, and then we ventured up to Broomfield, and didn't take long to get there. It's on the train about 10 minutes or so. Sorry, this is to Chelmsford. And then, is that an S? I think it is, isn't it? Oh, yes, okay. Have we got a 5? What's 5? That's E, okay. So this is S, okay. If that's the case, I'll just quickly go back over. I mean, I shouldn't really, because this is like the next line, but seeing as it's there, we might as well just get that done. So yeah, we get off the train and go to the bus station, and quite lovely. The bus station is literally, as you come out of Chelmsford train station, there's like a railway bridge, you go under it, and it's just over to the left over here. And yeah, so we get off the train station and get for the bus, and I had no idea what bus went where. Well, it turns out that Chelmsford have introduced like this shuttle thing, and what they do is there's all these different buses, and they're called C1, C2, C3, C4, and so on and so on. And what it is that there's shuttles between a certain route. So this C4 bus, sorry, no, the C1, that goes to Chelmsford and then up to Broomfield and that. And apparently what's happened is they've got rid of return tickets, so it's £2 either way. And this day and age, modern technology is all changing, because on the bus I noticed that there's these contactless card reader things, literally where you put your bank card and you can pay on the bus now with your card. Like years ago, you couldn't do that. It was like old-fashioned tickets, and you stand there, pay for the cash, and then the little ticket would come out the machine. I like the little rectangle ones, and it comes out the side. But nowadays, some buses have like a actual tablet that prints it. And I thought, because on the bus there's bells on the posts, and there was literally a contactless reader on there. Well, it turns out apparently what happens is you basically tap and pay every time you get on, and the more you tap it, the more you pay, the cheaper it is or something. So where she paid like £2 the first time and another £2 the next time, by the time we got on the C4, and I'll get to that a little bit later on, it dropped down to 10p a ride. So yeah, so anyway, we get on the C1 to Broomfield, and signed in, and we didn't have to wait that long, but it was bloody hot in that hospital. Why is it with hospitals, they're always like boiling? No matter what weather, it's like just humid and horrible weather, or horrible, like it's like they've got the heating on like constantly. And so we checked in, and they said we had to go round near where Marks and Spencer's is because we get called from there. Understood. So then we came out of it was about 10 minutes or so, and my mum really needed the toilet, and I was like, oh my god, what happens what happens if they call your name? Like, I can't come in the women's toilet, so what do I do? So I just had to hope and pray that they didn't call when they needed to come, because I said, if you don't go now, there probably won't be a toilet wherever we need to go to next. And yeah, it turns out that she went for the toilet, came back, and then about 5 minutes later they called us, and we were sitting outside here, like opposite Marks and Spencer's, and the room we had to go to was literally next door, so we could have like just gone in there anyway. And then we had to sign in again, so they had to like sign my mum into the hospital and give her the letter again, and this was where the vascular surgery place was. So it was about 10-15 minutes, and then they called her in, and all this doctor seemed to care about was drinking his tea. And apparently the doctor who she saw previously only writ like 2 lines on her records, so there was like literally nothing to go from. So what he did is, she went into the room, she said, the doctor said, right, I need to check the pulses in your feet. So she's sitting on the beds, and he said, could you take your shoes and socks off? And so he's checking the pulses in her feet, and he said, well, there's no signs of any swelling, there's no blisters, I can feel the pulses okay. And I thought, have we really just come all the way here just to check a pulse? Are you for real? Like, and I said, well, you better tell him what's happening with the I could have sworn we kitted this up. Yeah, it is. I'll tell you what's happening is, I think it's number 1, but it's actually, I put 1 whereas the symbol is Y, as you can see out there, so that's what's confusing me. So yeah, I felt like a complete and utter waste of time, and he said, oh, you don't need to do that, the other doctor's got that wrong. So then he says that she's got to wear like these supportive stocking things, and he's going to refer her to this like care program thing, and that she has to have these stockings and then wait for some scans or something, which is another 4 months away. So they don't seem very concerned, but like as we get further into the story, if I remember, I'll tell you, but she was like literally in agony walking home. Like, they just do not care. They will not care until she has like an accident or something. It's so frustrating, because you can't get it through to them that you're in agony, you need something done. Now, she is on the list for the hip replacement thing, so she's got, I keep saying hip, but it's actually a knee replacement. So anyway, we came out, and I said, what a complete and utter waste of time, and all the patients are like looking at me, and Because I don't care. If I want to say something, I'll say something. I do not give two, like, I don't care, you know. I'm very straight to the point, and if they don't like it, then they should do a bit more to help her, you know? Simple as that. It was so frustrating because we got told we had to walk around the hospital for 2 hours with this so-called dye thing that is supposed to tell you where the blockage is. And yeah, absolute utter waste of time. So anyway, I got so frustrated and I was like, can we go now? Well, my mum was hungry, so there's a restaurant, I think it's called Fantanello or something. Fantasia, no, Fantasia's a bloody Disney film. Well, anyway, it was Fantella something. And I said, oh, I wouldn't go in there. That's going to cost you like quite a lot of money. Because she just wanted to sit down. So I said, well, why don't we go to Greg's? Because I've got free hot chocolate that I can get, and that we can get a meal deal, you know? Because they do like a Subway, like a sub roll, and they got, you get a drink, you don't get crisps. And I said, there's which one do you want to go to? So anyway, we're waiting for this bus, which I think was C1 again, and we get on the bus and just talk about where we want to go, because in Chelmsford there's like two different hang on a minute, let's do a bit of patch up first. In Chelmsford there's two Greg's. One's near like Primark, and funny enough there's another one like near enough next door to it, because if you go up to where Turtle Bay is, which is a restaurant, there's another one there. So whether they're getting congested, and you know, I don't know. To me that's a bit of a waste of a shop, because like you're putting a shop there which already has like a shop near it, and you could have used that for something else. But it's better than the game shop. There used to be a game shop in there, and it's where I got my Xbox steering wheel from, but I sold it. I got very bored of playing bloody Xbox and PS2s. So anyway, I've lost where I was. Oh yes, we were discussing about the Greg's, and I said, well, if you go to the one outside the bus station, that's like an express one, so it doesn't have any chairs you can sit in, or you can go to the one in town. Well, of course, she wasn't up to walking into the town because her leg is like balloon shaped sort of thing, and it hurts her, and it just, seeing her in pain upsets me, because like I wish I could do something to help, and of course there's nothing I can do, you know. So anyway, we had the idea of, because I spoke to my brother and said, look, we're in the area, we're going to come and see you if that's okay. And he was like, yeah, go for it. So we decided to walk up to where my brother lives, and I pre-warned my mum that is quite a long walk, you know. And we had the idea of walking along and eating how sandwich and drink like that. So anyway, we walked down, but my mum is like, she'll like walk, stop a bit, sit down, walk a bit, stop a bit, and it, at the back of my mind, it felt like, you know, we're never going to get there sort of thing. And it, you know, it's not her fault, but it's the ankle that she has, and her doctor in Witten will not give her walk pills, which to me is what I think she needs. You know, it would take the fluid off the ankle, but she won't give them. It's like me. Because when we was in the room, apparently my mum's high cholesterol, yet I'm borderline. Yet she gets the pills, and yet I can't get the pills, because apparently I'm too young. How the hell can a 31-year-old be too young for medication, you know? So I don't know what she's eating, but it's high cholesterol apparently. She loves her yogurt, so it's probably that doing it. All like the cakes and crisps and sweets and that sort of thing, and she will not listen. But her attitude is, well, you only live once, and you know, that's not the attitude, because you get a blocked artery, you're gonna near enough have a heart attack, you know, because that's what high cholesterol is. If that cholesterol gets any, you know, blocked, and they can't lower the cholesterol, you're at risk of heart attack, because you know, the blood can't pump through the arteries, so you're going to clog it all up with shit, basically.